welcome back to my channel, and today's video I am going to be talking to you guys about a subject that I've been thinking about a lot, and that is the things that every woman should have in her purse, in her handbag, the things that should go with you if you're a lady, the essentials we'll call them. So to do this video, I have my bag of the moment with me. This is my Rebecca Minkoff MAC clutch. And it is coming up on video the wrong color. It's coming up like a turquoise. Okay, I should say this another way. It's coming up a turquoise that's skewing more blue. In real life, it's a turquoise that's more green. And it's got silver toned hardware, which is my favorite. I prefer it to gold toned hardware. Yeah, so it's coming up a little bit blue. I might be able to fix that when I'm editing. But if not, this is not really true color. My bag is a little bit more green, like more of like my teal color that I like. So anyway, I've loaded this guy up with all of the essentials that I think that a woman needs in their purse. And you may not agree with these, which it's completely open to discussion if you'd like to leave me a comment on something you think doesn't need to be in there or something I forgot about. But yeah, let's just go ahead and see what I think the essentials are for a woman's bag. And the reason I chose this bag actually today was because it's a relatively small bag. I do have MAC minis as well, and they're even smaller than this. But this is like a nice sized small woman's handbag. So I feel like if you can get all your essentials in this, you are good to go. So that's what was kind of like my judge. Could I fit them into a small bag? Yes, I can. So they are the essentials. So let's go ahead and break this open. This is also not a what's in my bag per se, because I might carry different things in my bag, like extra things probably, than just these items. But this is the essentials, what I think are essentials in a woman's bag. Okay, now I will proceed. So obviously the first thing I think is an essential is your phone. If you have an iPhone, whatever, smartphone, regular phone, everyone has different phones. Contrary to popular opinion, I don't think that the iPhone is like the only phone that exists. I know I act like that sometimes, but it's just because it's my favorite, it's the one I use. So your iPhone, or your phone, your cellular phone. And if you do have an iPhone, I will say something that I've added on to this is a backup charger. I did a whole video about backup chargers. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it. But yeah, your iPhone, if you have an iPhone or a smartphone, it needs a backup battery. If it's one of those phones that drains very easily, which an iPhone certainly is. Next, concealer. This is my favorite concealer, the Maybelline. I think this is called the Fit Me Concealer, and this is number 15 Fair, which is my color. And I say that a concealer is something that you need to put in your bag for a specific reason. And I want to specify this by saying I think you need a liquid concealer in your bag. And the reason for this is if you're out and about and maybe you didn't wear makeup, or maybe your makeup wipes off, I think that a liquid concealer like this is awesome to have, and it's got like one of those doe foot applicators, so you could see. Something like this is great because you can put it over blemishes and you can blend it in like a foundation. Like right now, this is all I'm wearing. Like I'm not wearing foundation, I'm just wearing this concealer and then some blush and some lipstick and eye stuff. But like you could totally get away with just using a concealer blended in as a foundation. So I think this is a really great little handy thing to have, and these concealers are super inexpensive, so you might as well keep one in your bag just for emergencies. Also on the beauty front, I think it's also essential for a woman to keep in her bag some sort of product that is a multi-purpose lip cheek product. Now, this I'm actually holding in my hands. I use this as a multi-purpose product. It isn't branded as one. This is the Bourjois Blush Exclusive. Which is basically just one of those blush colors that's supposed to, like, anyone can use it and it kind of transforms to your skin tone. Sorry about that. But it's just a blush that's kind of like in a cream. So I can use this as a blush or as a lip product. And it's one of those things like paired with the concealer. If you're not wearing makeup or if something happens to your makeup and you need to like put yourself together really quickly, like these two things together give you basically everything you need to look like you're presentable. So I'm not saying specifically that you need this. There are, like I said, other products that do actually, they're branded to be lip and cheek products. But this is just what I have in my bag because it's little and it's what I have. So that's that. The final thing on the, I guess, like beauty front is just a little thing of portable perfume, just a little spritzer spray thing. You could use a roller ball. You could use a little those little dab on ones. I have a little spritz of, this is Flower by Kenzo. I like this. It's just a sample. And we all get these little samples every now and again. So I think this is a great thing to have in your bag, because if you need a scent, or if you feel like you don't smell as fresh as you could, you just spray it on and you're good to go. Okay, what else do I have here? A hair scrunchie. Now, depending on your hair type and the kind of hairstyle you have, I think it's important to have a hair scrunchie with you, and alternately bobby pins if that's also something that's necessary for you when you put back your hair, because you never know if you have long hair or shoulder length hair, medium length hair, you never know when you need to pull your hair back. And when it's going to be important. So I normally always wear one on my wrist. See, I got another one on my wrist. But I like to keep a spare in my bag as well. And I don't personally need to use bobby pins because my hair is long enough that I can pull it all up in a scrunchie. But if you also need bobby pins because you've got bangs or you've got shorter hair that, has wisps that pop out, then definitely make sure you've got bobby pins as well in your bag. Next up, this is a packet of Cottonelle, basically like wet wipes. I think it's important to keep wet wipes or tissues in your bag. Something that you can use as a tissue, something that you can use to clean up. I like to use wet ones because these sort of wet wipes because they have a little bit of moisture on them. So if I spill something, it's easier to get off. But they can also be used as like a tissue if you needed to. So I like to keep these, and it's a nice little pack to have in my bag. Up next, a hand lotion. I've got here the French Lavender and Honey Shea Hand Cream from Bath & Body Works. But lotion I think is really important to have because every now and again your hands get dry, your skin gets chapped. But this is also really great to have because I don't know if you ever wear heels or like shoes. Women are always wearing shoes that are like, I feel like strappy or too tight or whatnot. And just one little quick sort of tip, if you're ever having problems with your shoes, like they're too tight or they're like chafing you, is to put like a hand cream on your feet, on your heels, and it helps your feet to slip into your shoes better. So it's just one of those things that's good to have as a lotion, but also to have if you kind of need it for other purposes. So that's why I like to keep a hand cream with me. Next up, this is a box that's supposed to be mints, but it's not mints. The next thing I'm going to talk about is having pain medicine, aspirin, whatever you need, having a little teeny bit of a pharmacy with you. I keep all my pills in this mint tin. I actually keep in here a number of things, but what you keep in yours is up to you. I keep I think there's some naproxen in here, there's some Benadryl. I've got, actually this thing here is like one of those, what are they called? Like a vitamin C packet you can drop in water. And I also keep my migraine medicine in here as well, because I suffer from migraines. So just a little pharmacy of what you need. If you don't really need much, maybe you just need aspirin. But it's also always nice to have them because if you don't even get headaches that much, a lot of times other people you're around might get a headache. It's just nice to be able to pull it out and share. So I think, keep some medicine with you on hand. Next thing, feminine products. Obviously, this is a video about what a woman should keep in her handbag, so feminine products. What you use is really up to you. I really have been liking these. These are tampons. Sorry, guys, but I don't know why you'd be watching this anyway if you were a dude. But yeah, I like these tampons. These are the U by Kotex, and they're the ones that are actually like super small, and you pull out, I don't know what you call that part, like the bottom part of the tampon that you use to like insert the tampon. It pops out and like clicks into place. So this like takes up like no room in your bag, but it really is a full-size tampon. It's like a transformer. So I like those. Next, this is my sunglasses case. Also from Rebecca Minkoff. A little bit darker than the actual bag. But this brings me to my next item, which is sunglasses. It's very important, I think, to have sunglasses with you at all times. If you're a woman, even men too. But sunglasses, not only because it's summer and it's hot and the sun can get in your face, but I just feel like sunglasses are really great when you're out and about and you just want to feel low key. You know what I mean? Like you don't want anyone to talk to you. Put on some sunglasses. It's a good way to hide in plain sight. So I like to have sunglasses with me, even if it's not necessarily a really sunny day or it's the summer or whatnot. But I just think that sunglasses are great. Great thing to have. They're like an instant disguise. This is the way I think. Next, on that same hiding in plain sight kind of a thing, A pair of headphones. These are like little earbuds. I like these ones. I got them at the store very inexpensively. They look like they've got skulls on them. But I just feel like headphones or earbuds or whatnot are really great to have because if you're out and about and you don't want to talk to anyone, I feel like you just pop in some headphones and people leave you alone. You know, it's like a really great way or a really great excuse really to ignore people if you really don't want to talk while you're out and about. Just pop in some headphones. It's kind of like says to people, I'm busy, leave me alone, I'm doing something. I'm sure I'll get some crap for that in the comments, but I just think, you know, sometimes you don't want anyone to be bothering you and you have like things you need to do. Pop in some headphones and people will leave you alone. Even if you just like were to put the end of this in your pocket and like no one knows what it's plugged into, I feel like people see the headphones and they become an excuse for you to kind of be like in your own head and not having to really interact with the world. If that's something that seems interesting to you, it's something that's interesting to me. Next up, a secret stash of cash. I know that I'm really big on using my credit card, debit cards. I don't really like to have cash on me because I'm always afraid I'm going to lose it or spend it or whatnot. But I do think that it's really important to have a little bit of cash on you. Stick it away in a little, kind of like little zippered pouch or something where you won't feel like it's in the way. If you feel like having it in your wallet is going to be like too much of a temptation to use it, then don't put it there. But like hide it somewhere in your bag. So you have like $20 on you. I think $50 is great if you could get a 50 and put it in your bag and save it. But if not, like a 20 is fine. Just something to have a little bit of cash on you because you never know when you're going to be in a situation where credit is not going to fly. So just a tip for you. Next thing, this is my Kissing Elixir 100% Natural Breath Fresh Mist. I just read that completely backwards. I think it's important to have something like mints, gum, or a mint spray in your bag. Again, like the makeup, you never know when you're going to need to like freshen up, or you're going to meet someone or you had a lunch and you realize that your breath stinks. Just have something so that you can make your breath more pleasant for yourself and those around you. Getting down to the bottom here, I've got a hand sanitizer. This one's from Bath & Body Works as well. It's the Ice Cream Dream. I really like the way this smells. It smells like artificial cake batter, which obviously it is because you wouldn't put real cake batter into a hand sanitizer. Duh. I'm like on a roll today, aren't I? I'm like hysterical. But yeah, hand sanitizer. This one should be a no-brainer as well. Don't know what you're going to be touching. You know, it's a really dirty world out there. Make sure you have a little antibacterial hand gel. And I will say something about this real quick. I know people give hand gel a little bit of a hard time because studies have shown if you're like addicted to using hand gel, it actually makes it it makes it harder for your body to actually resist bacteria and things like that. I do not live on these, but there's every once in a while you go into a public bathroom and maybe there's no towels, you can't wash your hands, there's no soap or something like that. Every once in a while you need something like this. So I am not an advocate for using this stuff religiously, but having a little bit in your bag, I think having it with you, you never know when it's going to come in handy. So always have something with you like that. Oh, I'm coming down. Last thing in here. Okay, my last thing is two things. A notebook and a pen. I am someone who likes to use my phone to make notes, but every once in a while it doesn't make the most sense. Maybe you're just jotting something down. Have a little notebook with you and a pen. Do you like how mine color coordinate? I've got this craft paper one from Staples with chevron, and I got this striped kind of gold one. Isn't that cute? Love them. Yeah, but just like I was saying, every now and again you need to take notes, need to write something down. I just keep a little teeny tiny little notebook with you and a pen. There's even those little sets you can get at the dollar store that's like a little flip and it's really small. It's got a little itty bitty pen with it. Just something like that. Have it in your bag just in case you need it. Because sometimes, even you have to write something down and give it to someone else. You're obviously not going to be able to do that with your phone. So yeah, have an extra have an extra notepad with you and a pen. Just in case. And I'm looking through my bag and that is it. Those were all the things that were in here to discuss about the things that I think are essentials for women. So let me know what you guys think. Are these essentials for you? Are there things that you wouldn't put in your bag? Or are there other things that I didn't think about that I didn't put in here? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to know. This is definitely open for discussion. And if you even, you could treat this as a tag video. If you have your own essentials that you would put in your bag, go ahead and do a video on it and let me know about it. Make sure to send me a tweet or, send the link to me somehow. That would be awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a like, leave any comments below, and of course, subscribe for more awesome videos by me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. I'm not sure if there are other Geek Girl tags out there. There probably are. I have not searched, I'll be honest. But I really wanted to do this Geek Girl tag for a couple of reasons, because I am a geek